Every washing machine you have ever bought in the last 20 years to clean your clothes was designed to attack the wrong target. The true target is not dirt, soil, or stains. The target is the physical integrity of the machine itself. You were never buying the wrong brand, the wrong model, or the wrong tier of luxury. You were buying the wrong category of engineering entirely. There is a specific $12 mechanical configuration, a simple coupling of unpatentable, heavy-duty metal and modular design that cleans clothes flawlessly for 40 years without a single catastrophic failure. Not a reduced breakdown rate, not an extended warranty trick. Absolute generational reliability at the mechanical level. The appliance cartels did not stop building them this way because the design failed. They stopped building them this way because they worked too well. Let us be absolutely precise about what this is not. This is not a software update. This is not a consumer maintenance issue caused by you using too much detergent. This is not a natural byproduct of advanced technology, being inherently fragile. And it is certainly not an unavoidable accident of globalized manufacturing. It is convergent, deliberate failure. It is the intentional placement of dissimilar metals in a highly alkaline environment to guarantee structural death. A machine built before the year 2000 was a repairable asset. A machine built today is a ticking, unrepairable liability, mathematically timed to destroy itself the moment its warranty expires. They engineered the decay, blamed it on the consumer, and trapped you in a cycle of perpetual, expensive replacement. Longevity in laundering is not a modern luxury. It is a baseline civilizational requirement. When human beings solve the problem of cleaning textiles, they do not build systems designed to collapse. Look at the Roman Phalanca of Pompeii in 50 AD. The Roman fullers did not rely on fragile infrastructure. They constructed deep, monolithic washing vats out of opus caementicium, Roman concrete. They utilized a continuous flow of water and naturally occurring ammonia salts. A master fuller named Stephanus operated a facility that ran flawlessly every single day for decades. The infrastructure did not degrade, it hardened over time. The mechanical action was human, but the structural vessel was permanent. Shift your gaze to the Indus Valley, 1500 BC. Ancient Indian textile workers developed modular wooden washing agitators used in local rivers, combining the mechanical beating of wet garments with the natural saponins of the Retha soapnut tree. When a wooden paddle splintered after years of brutal impact against wet linen, the entire system was not discarded. A single carved wooden peg was removed, the paddle was swapped, and the washing continued the very same afternoon. It was the birth of true modular repairability. Fast forward to the 1850s, to the shaker communities of New England. A shaker inventor named David Parker realized that human labor in the wash house was deeply inefficient. He engineered the washmill, a massive, mechanically driven washing machine powered by a water wheel. It used massive wooden tubs and independent, interlocking wooden gears. It was a marvel of early industrial engineering. If a gear tooth sheared off under the massive weight of wet wool, the shakers did not burn down the wash house. They carved a new gear. Parker's wash mills ran continuously for over 70 years in the Canterbury Shaker Village. 3 completely isolated civilizational paradigms. 3 different eras. 3 different continents. Yet every civilization with textiles and water arrived at the same conclusion independently. The vessel that washes your clothes must outlive the clothes themselves, and its components must be modularly replaceable. That is not coincidence. That is mechanical logic patiently waiting to be remembered. To understand exactly how the modern appliance industry betrayed this ancestral logic, you must look at the science of planned obsolescence. In 1960, the cultural critic and investigative journalist Vance Packard published The Waste Makers, explicitly documenting the post-war shift in American manufacturing. He documented the exact moment appliance engineers were ordered by executives to pivot from, how long can we make this last, to, how quickly can we make this fail without losing brand loyalty. But the modern execution of this betrayal is far more insidious than cheap plastic. It is rooted in electrochemistry. Inside your modern front-loading washing machine is a component called the spider arm, or spider bracket. It is a 3-pronged metal brace that connects the electric motor to the inner spinning drum. The inner drum is made of beautiful, shining stainless steel. It looks premium. It looks indestructible. But the spider arm holding it is cast aluminum. When you place cast aluminum in direct physical contact with stainless steel, and you submerge them both in an electrolyte solution, which is exactly what municipal water mixed with highly alkaline laundry detergent is, you do not have a washing machine. You have built a galvanic battery. At the molecular level, the less noble metal, the aluminum, acts as an anode. The stainless steel acts as a cathode. The alkaline detergent water is the electrolyte. The electrons are literally stripped away from the aluminum spider arm, transferring to the stainless steel. The aluminum oxidizes. It pits. It turns into a chalky, brittle white paste. Over 3 to 5 years, the heavy, thick metal bracket dissolves from the inside out. The mechanism is inescapable. The acid penetrates. The structural lattice dissolves. The bracket snaps during a 1200 RPM spin cycle. destroying the plastic outer tub and catastrophically ending the machine's life. This is not a theory. A 2007 peer-reviewed study published in the Journal of Industrial Ecology analyzed the lifespan of household appliances. They quantified the devastation. The average functional lifespan of a washing machine plummeted from nearly 12 years in the year 2000 to under 5 years by 2015. The European Environmental Bureau, EEB, a prestigious coalition of environmental organizations, cited this exact phenomenon in their recent reports on electronic waste. They noted that simply extending the life of European washing machines by 5 years would save the equivalent emissions of taking 500,000 cars off the road. The cartel knows about galvanic corrosion. They have known about it since the 19th century, yet they continue to bolt cast aluminum directly to stainless steel, submerging it in alkaline water. Why? Because an aluminum spider arm is cheap, and its failure is mathematically predictable. The global home appliance market generates over $670 billion in annual revenue. You do not maintain a $670 billion empire by selling a family one machine that lasts 50 years. You maintain it by turning a durable good into a subscription service disguised as a product. That is $670 billion flowing from homeowners to an entrenched corporate cartel every single year. To ensure you participate in this cycle, the cartel deployed a three-pronged suppression architecture. The primary mechanism? Regulatory capture disguised as environmentalism. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the cartel lobbied heavily for incredibly strict Energy Star and water usage guidelines. On the surface, this sounds noble. In reality, it was a weapon. By forcing water usage down to near impossible levels, they effectively outlawed the traditional, indestructible top-loading agitator design, the direct drive system. The direct drive system, perfected by Whirlpool in the 1980s, had no belts. It had a heavy-duty motor connected directly to a mechanical transmission. The coupler between them was a $12 piece of rubber and metal. If the machine overloaded, the $12 coupler snapped to protect the motor. You bought a new one, tilted the machine back, and fixed it in 10 minutes. You cannot patent basic mechanical leverage, and you cannot profit from a $12 repair. By weaponizing environmental regulations, the cartel forced the market into high-efficiency front loaders and impeller top loaders. These required complex electronic logic boards to manage the tiny amounts of water. They required high-speed spin cycles to extract water, which required the doomed aluminum spider gears. Then came the final lock on the vault, the sealed drum assembly. When a bearing fails on a 1990s machine, you buy a $20 bearing and tap it into place. Today, manufacturers fuse the plastic outer tub together at the factory. The bearing cannot be removed. When the $20 bearing inevitably rusts out because the waterproof seal is intentionally flimsy, you cannot buy the bearing. You must buy the entire rear tub assembly. The cost? $500 to $700. Add $300 for labor. At $900 for a repair, the consumer inevitably says the exact words the cartel engineered them to say, I might as well just buy a new one. The appliance repair technician who charges you $150 just to diagnose this failure knows exactly what you're about to learn. They look at your shattered spider gear, shake their head, and hand you the bill. But look in their own laundry room. The professional's secret is hiding in plain sight. They do not own the $500 Wi-Fi enabled smart washer they just sold you. They own a 1998 Whirlpool direct drive or a commercial-grade Speed Queen. They use the indestructible mechanical solution before leaving their house to charge you for the fragile, computerized premium version. If they told you to hunt down a 25-year-old machine yourself, their entire diagnostic business model collapses overnight. They are not going to tell you. They did not ban the durable machines. They did not scrub the schematics from the earth. They simply buried them under millions of dollars of advertising for smart sensors and steam cycles, praying you would never look past the touchscreen to see the rotting metal underneath. But we are looking, and we are documenting everything. If you want the exact blueprints they tried to erase, look at the links in the description below. I have compiled the raw data into independent guides. The direct drive identification protocol, the spider gear autopsy report, the sealed drum bypass ledger, the appliance cartel ownership map, the mechanical timer manifesto. Do not click them yet. Stay here, because understanding how they built the trap is only the first step. The science behind how you break out of it is about to make the appliance manufacturing industry very, very uncomfortable. Before you abandon the modern appliance grid, you must understand the exact cost of defection. True mechanical durability comes with non-negotiable trade-offs. First, water consumption. A restored 1990s direct drive machine or a true commercial agitator uses significantly more water per load, often 30 to 40 gallons compared to the 12 to 15 gallons of a modern front loader. If you live in an area with extreme drought restrictions or rely on a low-capacity off-grid cistern, this solution will strain your water budget. Second, the acoustic footprint. Mechanical transmissions are loud. The violent, effective agitation that actually cleans your clothes sounds like heavy machinery, because it is. You do not put a 1995 direct drive washer on the second floor of a modern, lightweight drywall home next to a nursery. It belongs in a basement or a dedicated utility room on a concrete slab. Third, and most critically, electrical safety. When you begin sourcing and repairing older machines, you are dealing with high-voltage capacitors. The motor start capacitor on an older washing machine stores a lethal electrical charge, even when the machine has been unplugged for days. In 1988, an amateur repairman in Illinois was severely shocked and hospitalized because he bridged the terminals of a washing machine capacitor with a bare screwdriver without discharging it first. If you do not know how to safely discharge a high-voltage capacitor using an insulated resistor tool, do not open the cabinet. That is the exact moment a qualified professional is required. If you are ready to stop renting your appliances and start owning a machine that will outlive your mortgage, here is the exact sequence to secure a forever washing machine. Step 1. The procurement search. Ignore the big box hardware stores. You are going to the secondary market, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or estate sales. You are searching for two specific targets: a pre-2010 Whirlpool Kenmore direct drive top loader, or a Speed Queen TC5, specifically the classic agitator model, not the TR series. Step 2. The direct drive test. When looking at a used Whirlpool or Kenmore, open the lid. Look inside the tub. You want to see a tall center agitator. Reach in and try to turn the agitator base by hand. It should only turn freely in one direction and catch firmly in the other. If it spins freely both ways, the $5 agitator dogs, small plastic directional gears, are worn out. Use this to negotiate the price down to $50. It takes exactly 3 minutes to replace them. Step 3. Sourcing the wear items. Once you secure the machine, go to an independent appliance parts website. Purchase the direct drive Holy Trinity, a motor coupling, $12, a set of agitator dogs, $5, and a lid switch assembly, $15. These are the only components that routinely wear out on this platform. Step 4. The cabinet removal. Unplug the machine. Disconnect the water lines. Remove the 2 screws on the top console, flip it backward, and unplug the wiring harness. Use a flathead screwdriver to pop the 2 brass clips holding the metal cabinet to the back panel. The entire metal box of the washing machine tilts forward and lifts completely off. You now have 360-degree access to every mechanical component. No sealed drums. No hidden screws. Step 5. The coupler replacement. Locate the electric motor sitting in front of the transmission. Snap off the 2 metal retaining clips holding the motor. Pull the motor back. You will see a 3-piece coupling, 2 white plastic prongs, and a black rubber isolator in the middle. If it is shredded, pry it off the shafts. Tap the new one on with a socket. Reattach the motor. You have just saved $600 and added a decade of life to the machine. Step 6. Surface-specific adjustments. For heavily soiled workwear, grease, oil, ensure you source a model with a mechanical rotary timer, not a digital push-button board. Mechanical timers allow you to manually pause the cycle indefinitely to let industrial degreasers soak. For delicate synthetics, older machines are aggressive. You must buy mesh laundry bags for modern, fragile, fast-fashion garments, or the mechanical agitator will tear them apart over time. For hard water environments, once a year, run a cycle on the hottest setting with a gallon of standard white vinegar to descale the mechanical pump impeller. Consider the case of Michael in Chicago. In 2021, Michael purchased a highly rated $1,100 smart front-load washer. 38 months later, 2 months after the extended warranty expired, the machine sounded like a jet engine during the spin cycle. The diagnosis? A shattered aluminum spider gear and ruined tub bearings. The repair quote was $850. Instead of paying the cartel, Michael found a 1999 Kenmore Series 80, a disguised Whirlpool direct drive, on the curve in his neighborhood. The previous owner threw it away because it wouldn't spin. Michael spent $12 on a motor coupling, watched a 10-minute tutorial, and swapped the part using nothing but a flathead screwdriver and a socket wrench. Total cost, $12. Total time, 45 minutes. That machine has run flawlessly for the last 3 years. Follow the money. That is always the answer. The Romans knew it. The Shakers engineered it. Vance Packard documented it. The $670 billion global appliance cartel spent 2 decades and billions in lobbying money making sure you forgot it. They locked the blueprints for true mechanical independence behind sealed plastic tubs and error codes, trapping you in a cycle of engineered decay. But now you know the mechanism. You now know more about the electrochemistry of appliance failure than 99% of the consumers walking into a big box store today. Do not keep this quiet. Share this video. Every share puts a crack in the wall they spent billions building around mechanical knowledge that was never theirs to lock away. Every subscription to this channel keeps us digging where they do not want us to look, exposing the engineered failures they rely on for their recurring revenue. The next vault opens soon, and what the agricultural cartel buried inside that one regarding the synthetic degradation of our topsoil is even heavier than what you heard today. Stay sharp.